bring you in there. Let's bring you in a little closer. Okay, so hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another full review episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. Come on in, get comfortable. Let that rice burner go ahead and go. So you can hear the windows are open. We are yet again in another stretch of wet weather, humid, wet weather. It's not humid actually. It's not too bad. It gets humid after the rain stops and the sun tries to come back out. Temperatures jump up into like the 80s, pushing 90, and then that happens for like a couple of days, and then it pushes it back down. We get another little rain front. Weather's been kind of crazy. I've never had this much moisture and rain, I don't know, in the past 20 years, I think, for me personally. Since we moved down to San Antonio, this has been crazy. We want the sun to come back out so we can go and get in the pool. The rain needs to stop raining so we can go get in the pool. We want in the pool, y'all. All my returning viewers, good to see you. We want to get in the pool, right? Let's get in the pool. All right, so today's full review episode is going to be of the Glengoyne White Oak Highland Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. Aged in bourbon and virgin oak cask, unchill filtered, 48%. That's a whopper, 48%. Distilled in Glengoyne, Scotland. The Glengoyne way. No one takes more time and care. That's one of the biggest things this distillery boasts, is that they do it the slow way. The slow way. Imported by Silver Lake Imports in Miami, Florida. I didn't care for Miami. I really didn't care for Miami. So it's only 700 mils, but we're not gonna kick it for that. But let's go ahead and get this cork open. Cork pop. Oh, that was weak. Just a little guy. Just a little guy. Let's go ahead and get this pour on, shall we? All right. That's good. This has been a nice bottle. This has been a very nice bottle. So, anytime you see the word Glen, that's just, there's many glens in Highland, Scotland. Many glens. From Glen to Glen. I won't shut up, Mr. Randy. Okay, so this part right here is what we want to focus on, the going. So what do you see right here? You see a, yeah. So in Gaelic, I had it written down, right? Glengoyne, it's Gaelic for geese. The Glen of geese. I guess that's what they're trying to say. This is a Glen of geese. Usually when they have a Glen something, it's the Glen of whatever it is. That's a goose geese. So now let's take a quick look at this little tags they had on the, I don't want to rip it, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to read through everything on there. I haven't read anything on there. I should have, but they're really big on preservation, and that's pretty cool. And then that's just the little recycled paper tags and whatnot. So we're going to put that back on the bottle. You're wasting time, Mr. Randy. I know. There we go. There you go. Very nice. It's very light, which definitely attributes to the whole non-chill filtered, no additives. Glengoyne is not cheap, y'all. Glengoyne, this is I got this for let's see, $54.11 out the door. $54. This just came down in price. When I originally put it on my list to have, and then we had the little mini flight deal. If you're new to the channel and you haven't watched a whole lot of my videos, you can look it up, Glengoyne. And I do like a little mini flight to try this out. And this was the one I picked out of that mini flight to go ahead and buy a full bottle. And at the time, it was like $65 on the shelf, and it dropped down to, what was it, $49.99 at my not so close, not so convenient Total Wine & More. Glengoyne is actually a Distillers Direct, so it's an exclusive through Total Wine, but you can get it from someone else. I guess if they go through the whole thing and maybe they buy a case from Total Wine or their distributor, maybe they can have it, but they don't sell a lot of it to anyone outside of their Distillers Direct group. So on the nose, On the nose, I'm getting a lot of things, really. Oak, citrus, tropical fruit, pineapple, apple, toffee. Light on the toffee, good on the apple. It's got a sweet, beautiful, bright nose. That's crazy. There is no age statement. First fill bourbon, virgin white oak. Less than 1 minute of charring. So when they char their white virgin oak, it's less than 1 minute. So it's first fill bourbon, then white virgin oak, charred for less than 1 minute. Air dried barley, so they air dry their barley, like I guess open air dry. They take a lot of consideration while they're making their whiskeys. They're not trying to rush it for production's sake or sales sake. They're doing it because it's good. Okay. So yeah, so they introduced this white oak back in 2025, and we already covered what the Glengoyne. I know I'm not really pronouncing it properly in the Gaelic sense, but yeah, Glengoyne is it's geese. White oak 24. Okay, so they do have a 24-year white oak version that runs for about $400 on average. That's crazy. So yeah, $54.11 out the door. 48% alcohol by volume. This is crazy. Oak, citrus, tropical. I'm getting pineapple. Pineapple. And toffee. Somebody said unripe banana. Maybe that's a stretch for me though. Anywho, let's go ahead and get it on the palate. Ooh. Now allow me to jibber jabber while I work this palate back in. So Mr. Randy does a 3-part review to his reviews. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you because that's what we do. Part 2, where we are here today, we're going to drink it down halfway, put the cork back in it, put it on the shelf, let it sit for a week and a half, 2 weeks. There is a schedule. Come back with whatever I possibly can find. We found quite a bit on this one actually, right? We talk about it, we have. We're going to score it, I will in a moment, and we're going to continue to drink it because part 3, this is the final pour. Thusly named the final pour. We're going to have that final pour, compare it to the first pour off the rip, and everything in between. It's a very elegant bottle. And the background history, I'm pretty sure some of you are going to appreciate that. You're welcome. No, thank you. Thank you. Because without you, I probably wouldn't go through so much trouble to find something interesting to talk about while I do my little run-throughs. This is one that's going to make you greatly appreciate a Highland single malt at 48%. Definitely, I'm going to skip right to the end. Definitely worth the price. I think it's underpriced, completely honest. Now again, like I said, originally this bottle was priced as $65 on the shelf, which was lower than I think it was before. A lot of people said this could reach up to $80 for this bottle. Some of the other expressions from them are higher and lower than that, but yeah, they're taking their time and they're not pushing stuff out just so they can make a profit. They can push that profit margin. They're making something because they want to be something. Be somebody, baby. What's that movie from? There's your trivia. I can't go anything more into that because it's the movie it is. I guess that's also your extra added little tip. It's not a movie I really want to discuss on the channel. Kind of keeping things where the algorithm doesn't strike me. Let's go ahead and get this second one on there. Ooh, baby. This is nice. This is definitely one of those finer Scotch. The one you don't want to rush, and you don't have to. When people always ask me, they like, how long does a bottle last? Well, for me, it's I don't know. It's no longer than 2 months because there's a process. But some people do have the bottles sit on their shelves for months, a year or more. I think that's crazy. Everybody who's a connoisseur knows that once you get down to the halfway point, you have all this air that is literally robbing that spirit of quality. If you really want to make your whiskeys last as long as they possibly can, you have to remove this. If you have a separate 365 bottle, I would highly recommend that as you drink it down, you transfer this into a smaller bottle. That way you don't have all this air robbing the spirit. It's just spirit, and you have that captured gas, a very small amount up there when you first get it. That's fine. But once you pop that cork, the clock is running, and you get down to halfway, that clock runs faster. So like this one, if I were to have this one again, which I would love to, if I drank it down to halfway point, I would then transfer it to a 365 or smaller. This would definitely be in my flask. I would definitely put this in my flask, but right now, guess what's in Mr. Randy's flask? Dang, I know it's 11 minutes. In Mr. Randy's flask is the remnants of the Lagavulin 16. Yeah, I got it in my flask. I got that thing capped full. No air robbing that sucker. I'm saving that for, I don't know, some kind of special occasion. But let's go ahead and do this finish. We're running out. That is a Scotch for Scotchmen, or Scotsman for a Scotman. Scotch, you know what I'm saying. For those that really appreciate fine Scotch, that is definitely a good one. On the finish, it's very light, very easy. I'm getting lots of, first I'm getting in the gums. The gums are getting some, a little bit over the tongue, the cheeks, jowls. The back end's a little bit of heat. Nothing here is a 46%. Sorry, 48. Excuse me. 48. It takes a little while, but then the effects kind of come at you. First you get flavor. Then you get that sweetness, that high-end crispy sweetness. Then you get that the gums, the cheeks, the jowls. Now the back end start to heat up. That's interesting. So you get all the flavor, all that stuff first. Once that subsides, then you get all that tingling, numbness, and heat in the back. This is definitely a really good one. My score on this is going to be a weak 5 out of 5. Weak 5 out of 5. So what's keeping it back from being more than that? I don't know. I think the price point is definitely amazing, considering what it is. Everything we talked about today, it should definitely be up, what I said before, 65. Somehow I got it for $10 under that. It was $15 lower than that the week, it was $15 more than that, I think, the week before I bought this. But when I walked in there and I saw it and it was $49.90, I was like, you're going home with me. Because it was 65 something before on the shelf. No, you're going home with me. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a weak 5 out of 5. What keeps it back? A little bit of flavor that it just escapes you. It doesn't linger enough. It doesn't hang around long enough. All those beautiful flavors we talked about doesn't want to hang around too long, and that's unfortunate because they're amazing. Of course, that's probably designed, right? Because they want you to keep drinking it, so you go buy another bottle. I'm going to go buy another bottle. Congratulations. Success. There you go. Would I buy this again? Abso-freaking-lutely. You know I will. My fair price, like I said, I'd pay that $65 on the shelf, which would probably end up being somewhere closer to $75 out the door. But if I buy this again, like I said, this is probably going to be slowly drank over time. Something I really want to have, and I really want to have a quality, fine quality Scotch. So yeah, I'm definitely going to buy another one of these, and it's going in the stash, especially for $49. For what? I said $54 out the door. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so there it is. In the comment section, would love to know where you're at. What are you drinking? Have you tried a Glengoyne? Have you tried this white oak? It's amazing. If you've tried it, let's talk about it. As always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a dang good one.